They asked me, what is the purpose of life? As if the stars themselves owed them an answer. We send rockets into space, split the atom, harness energy from the sun, and yet we stumble when asked, why are we alive? Let me tell you my turn, not as a scientist, but as a man who has seen both wonder and war. The meaning of life is not written in equations. It is hidden in something far more powerful, our ability to feel, to think, and to choose. I never believed the universe was meaningless. The more I studied its laws, the more I sensed a quiet order, not random but purposeful, not religious in the way of rituals or temples, but sacred in its logic, in its elegance. It whispered, "You are not separate from me." So I listened. People search for purpose in fame, in wealth, in power, but those are illusions. They vanish like smoke in time. Purpose is not something you find. It is something you create by what you give, not what you gain. In my youth, I chased knowledge, not to be better than others, but to understand, to peel back the curtain and see the mechanism of existence. And in that pursuit, I discovered something strange. The more I understood the universe, the more I valued kindness. We think purpose must be grand, to change the world, to be remembered, to leave a legacy. But purpose does not shout. It whispers, in the quiet acts, feeding a hungry child, holding a grieving friend, asking questions no one else will. I have seen men build empires, and I have seen those empires fall. But I have also seen a teacher in a small village light a spark in a child's eyes. Which of these truly matters? The answer is not in history books. It is in the heart. Many think science and meaning are separate, but they are not. Science shows us how the universe works. But meaning asks, why does it matter? Both are necessary, one without. The other is blindness. When I look at the stars, I do not feel small. I feel part of something vast, something that invites me to participate, not just to observe, but to create, to question, to care. That is where meaning is born. We ask, what is the purpose of life? But perhaps the better question is, what kind of life is worth living? A life of fear, a life of greed, a life of silence while others suffer, or a life of courage, curiosity, and compassion? The great danger of our time is not ignorance, it is indifference, a society that feels nothing when the world burns, a generation distracted while others bleed. To feel, to truly care, is the most rebellious act. My purpose was never to be famous. I never wanted statues or prizes. What I wanted was to leave this world a little more awake than I found it. If I have done that, even in a small way, then I have lived with meaning. People ask, are we alone in the universe? I do not know, but I do know this. We are not alone here, on earth. And until we learn to live with each other, no other discovery will matter. Love is not just a feeling. It is the most powerful force we can generate. It transcends language, time, and even logic. And every time we choose it, we bend the universe a little closer to harmony. Some will say that's not science. But I tell you, the most beautiful equation is useless without empathy. A brilliant mind without a kind heart is a ticking bomb. True intelligence includes emotion. Purpose includes others. We are temporary, dust, atoms, breath. And yet we write poetry, we build symphonies, we dream of eternity. This contradiction, this tension between what we are and what we long to be, that is where the meaning of life hides. Do not let the noise of the world drown out your inner voice. Your worth is not measured in followers, dollars, or fame. It is measured in the lives you touch, and in the truth you refuse to abandon. Ask yourself often, am I adding beauty to the world or noise? Am I healing or harming? Am I creating light or feeding shadows? The answers will shape the meaning of your life. I believed in imagination because it allows us to see what does not yet exist. That too is purpose, to envision a better world and take one step toward it, even if no one else sees the path yet. I do not believe life is random. I believe it is an opportunity, not to escape suffering, but to transform it. Not to hoard love, but to spread it. Not to fear death, but to give life meaning before it ends. And when it is over, when the equations are forgotten and the theories replaced, what remains? Not the words I wrote, but the people I helped, the moments I chose kindness, the lives I honored with my attention.